Where does your mind go when you sleep? The hidden truth about consciousness: you close your eyes and everything fades. Your body stays in bed, but your mind? It drifts sometimes into places more vivid than reality itself. But have you ever stopped to ask, where does your mind actually go when you sleep? Science tells us that sleep is just the brain resting. But if that's true, why do we dream of places we've never seen? Why do some people have out-of-body experiences? And why does the brain become more active at night than when we're awake? The truth about consciousness and sleep runs far deeper than we've been told. And in this video, we're going to explore the science, the mysteries, and the mind-blowing theories that might just change the way you see reality itself. Stay with me, because by the end of this video, you may never think about sleep the same way again. Sleep. It's something we do every night. But have you ever wondered what's really happening inside your brain when you drift off? At first, your body relaxes, your heart rate slows, your breathing becomes steady, and your brain waves shift. But then something strange happens. As you enter rapid eye movement, your brain suddenly becomes more active than when you're awake. It's almost as if it's working overtime while the rest of your body is paralyzed. Neuroscientists believe this is when dreams occur, memories are processed, and the subconscious takes control. But here's the real mystery: if sleep is just biological maintenance, why do we experience vivid, sometimes otherworldly dreams? Why do some people wake up with ideas, knowledge, or even visions of the future? Could it be that sleep isn't just rest, but a gateway to something beyond our understanding? So ask yourself, when you sleep, does your mind simply rest, or is it traveling somewhere else entirely? Have you ever woken up from a dream feeling like it was more than just imagination? The details were so sharp, the emotions so intense, that for a brief moment you wondered, was that really just a dream, or was it something more? Dreams have fascinated humans for thousands of years. Ancient civilizations believed they were messages from the gods. Some thought they were visions of the future. And today, despite all our scientific advancements, dreams remain one of the greatest mysteries of the human mind. But why do dreams feel so real? What makes them so vivid, so immersive, that sometimes we struggle to separate them from waking life? The brain in dream mode. To understand this, we have to look inside the sleeping brain. During rapid eye movement, sleep, the stage where most dreams occur, the brain isn't resting. In fact, it becomes hyperactive. But here's where things get interesting. The logical part of your brain, the prefrontal cortex, actually switches off. That's the part responsible for critical thinking, decision-making, and telling you what's real or not. But at the same time, other regions like the amygdala, which processes emotion, and the occipital lobe, which handles vision, light up like a firestorm. In other words, when you dream, your brain acts as if what you're experiencing is completely real. Your mind can't tell the difference between a dream and reality, the spirit molecule. But here's where the mystery deepens. Inside the brain, there's a powerful compound known as dimethyltryptamine. Some call it the spirit molecule. Dimethyltryptamine is naturally produced in small amounts during sleep, particularly during rapid eye movement cycles. It's also found in psychedelic plants used in ancient shamanic rituals, where people report experiencing out-of-body journeys, encounters with higher beings, and even glimpses of parallel worlds. What if our dreams aren't just random brain activity? What if they are visions, unlocked by this mysterious molecule, transporting us to places beyond our waking perception? Are dreams glimpses into alternate realities? Some scientists believe that dreams might be more than just imagination. There's a theory that dreams could be windows into parallel realities. Think about it. Have you ever had a dream that felt too structured, too detailed, too real, as if you weren't creating it, but rather experiencing it? Maybe you were living another life, in another world. Maybe in some way, your consciousness was temporarily stepping into a version of reality that exists beyond what we can normally perceive. This idea isn't as far-fetched as it sounds. The concept of the multiverse, the existence of infinite parallel worlds, is something that even modern physics suggests could be possible. If that's true, then maybe, just maybe, our dreams are our minds slipping into these alternate dimensions, even if only for a brief moment. Dreams and the future premonitions or coincidence? And then there's something even stranger, dreams that predict the future. Throughout history, people have reported dreaming of events only to see them come true later. Famous examples include Abraham Lincoln dreaming about his assassination just days before it happened, or people dreaming of disasters before they occurred. Coincidence? Or proof that dreams tap into something beyond time as we understand it? So, what are dreams really? So now we have to ask, what exactly are dreams? Are they just random brain signals, stitching together memories and emotions? Are they the subconscious mind speaking to us in symbols? Or are they something far greater, a way for our consciousness to travel, to perceive beyond the limits of our physical body, to connect with something bigger than ourselves? The truth is, we may never fully know. But the next time you close your eyes and a dream pulls you into another world, ask yourself, what if this isn't just my imagination? What if I'm actually there? Because if dreams are more than we think, then maybe reality is too. Have you ever woken up inside a dream, aware that you're dreaming, yet completely in control? Or perhaps you've had a different experience. You wake up, but something is wrong. You can't move. Your chest feels heavy. And then you see it, a shadowy figure at the foot of your bed, watching, waiting. And then there are the dreams that don't just feel real, but somehow become real. You see something in your sleep, only for it to unfold days, weeks, or even years later. Lucid dreaming, sleep paralysis, precognitive visions. These are more than just dreams. They are glimpses into the deepest, most mysterious corners of human consciousness. What are they? Why do they happen? And what do they reveal about the nature of reality itself? Let's find out. Lucid dreaming, controlling reality inside your mind. Imagine this. You're running through a forest, the wind is sharp, the trees stretch endlessly in every direction, but something feels off. And then it hits you. You're dreaming. A rush of excitement floods your body. You look at your hands. They blur and shift unstable, unreal. Suddenly, you know the truth. This world, it's yours. In an instant, the forest disappears. Now you're standing on the edge of a skyscraper. The city stretches below. The air hums with energy. You take a deep breath. Then with a single step, you fly. This is lucid dreaming. A state where the dreamer becomes fully aware inside the dream. Some people stumble into it by accident. Others train themselves to recognize the signs, checking clocks, looking at their hands, questioning reality even while awake. But here's the real question. If you can be conscious inside a dream, what does that say about consciousness itself? Lucid dreamers show higher activity in the prefrontal cortex, the part of the brain responsible for logic, decision-making, and self-awareness. Essentially, the brain becomes partially awake inside the dream world. But if the mind can create an entire reality while sleeping, how can we ever be sure we're truly awake? Maybe we're dreaming right now. Sleep paralysis, the waking nightmare. And then there's the other side of sleep, the terrifying side. You open your eyes. The room is dark, but something feels wrong. You try to move, but you can't. Your body is frozen, your breath is shallow, and then you feel it. A presence. Something is there. A shadow in the corner, watching, unmoving, and then it moves. This is sleep paralysis, one of the most terrifying and unexplained sleep phenomena. It happens when the brain wakes up before the body does, leaving you trapped between worlds, unable to move, unable to scream. For centuries, cultures across the world have described it in different ways. In some stories, it's a demon. In others, an alien abduction, a ghost, a night hag. Science tells us that sleep paralysis is simply a misfiring of the brain's sleep cycle. Normally, our bodies become temporarily paralyzed during rapid eye movement sleep, so we don't physically act out our dreams. But when the system glitches, we wake up before the paralysis fades, leaving us fully aware, but utterly helpless. But here's the question. If it's just the brain misfiring, then why do so many people describe the same terrifying presence? The dark figures, the whispering voices, the suffocating pressure on the chest, are they just hallucinations? Or are they something else? Something real? Precognitive dreams. Can you see the future? And then, there are the dreams that come true. A man dreams of a plane crash. The next morning, he turns on the news, only to see the exact same disaster. A woman dreams of meeting a stranger. Days later, she crosses paths with them, down to the smallest details. Are these just coincidences, or something more? This is the mystery of precognitive dreams, visions of the future that appear in our sleep. Skeptics say it's all just pattern recognition, our brains making connections where none exist. But some cases are harder to explain. Even historical figures like Abraham Lincoln and Mark Twain claim to have precognitive dreams, visions of events that later came true. But if precognition is real, what does that mean? Does time flow in one direction, or is the future already written, waiting for us to glimpse it in our sleep? And if we can see the future, can we change it? The unanswered questions of consciousness, lucid dreams, sleep paralysis, precognition. These aren't just random sleep events. They are clues, glimpses into the mysteries of the mind. Are they just tricks of the brain, glitches in the system, or do they reveal something far deeper about the nature of consciousness? Perhaps the answers are waiting for us, not in waking life, but in the world of dreams. Have you ever had a dream so vivid, so real, that when you woke up, you weren't entirely sure if you had left a dream, or if you had returned to one? What if dreams are more than just fragments of imagination? What if, when we sleep, we aren't simply creating worlds inside our minds, but slipping into other worlds, ones that already exist? Are dreams a gateway, a bridge between realities? And what about consciousness itself? Is it just a product of the brain electrical signals firing in the dark? Or is it something more, something that exists beyond the physical? And if so, what does that mean for us? Let's explore the theories beyond science, the multiverse theory and dreams. Are we shifting realities? You wake up, everything seems normal, but something feels off. The colors seem different. Your room isn't quite how you remember it. And then a strange thought crosses your mind. Am I in the same reality I fell asleep in? The multiverse theory suggests that our universe is just one of an infinite number of parallel realities, each slightly different from the next. Some physicists believe that every choice we make branches into another timeline, creating an endless web of alternate worlds. But what if dreams are more than just subconscious hallucinations? What if, when we dream, we are shifting, tapping into other versions of ourselves? Some people claim to have dreamed of places they've never been, yet recognize when they see them in real life. Others describe meeting people in dreams, people they have never seen before, only to encounter them years later. Coincidence? Or proof that our dreams are more than just thoughts? Are we catching glimpses of parallel lives, different versions of ourselves, or even memories from another reality? If the multiverse is real, then what happens when we sleep? Is consciousness separate from the brain? For centuries, scientists have studied the brain, searching for the source of consciousness. But here's the problem. No one has ever found it. We know the brain controls thoughts, emotions, and memories. But is the experience of being conscious of being you really just a product of neurons firing? Or is consciousness something greater, something that exists beyond the physical brain? Some scientists believe in the filter theory, that the brain isn't the source of consciousness, but a receiver for it, like a radio tuning into a signal. And then there are the stories. People who have been clinically dead, brain activity flatlined, yet return with vivid memories of what they saw and heard, near-death experiences, out-of-body experiences, moments when consciousness seems to exist outside the brain. And what about dreams? If the brain is simply an organic machine, why do dreams feel so real? What if, when we dream, our consciousness is not inside our head, but somewhere else? Do dreams reveal hidden knowledge? Have you ever woken up from a dream with an answer to a problem you couldn't solve? A new idea? A realization? A warning? History is filled with stories of dreams revealing knowledge that the dreamer had no way of knowing. The chemist Dmitri Mendeleev saw the entire structure of the periodic table in a dream. Mathematician Srinivasa Ramanujan claimed complex equations were shown to him while he slept. Even entire works of music, literature, and scientific discoveries have been credited to dreams. But how? Where is this information coming from? Some believe dreams allow us to tap into the subconscious mind, piecing together thoughts in ways our waking brain cannot. Others go further. What if, in dreams, we connect to something greater? A collective knowledge, information that exists outside of time? What if our dreams are whispering secrets to us, secrets we are not meant to understand? Theories beyond science, the final question, the multiverse, the mystery of consciousness, the hidden knowledge of dreams. Each of these theories pushes the limits of what we understand about reality. Are we simply biological machines, dreaming in the dark? Or are we something more, something connected to forces beyond space and time? Every night as we sleep, we step into the unknown, and perhaps one day, we'll wake up and realize the truth. For as long as humans have existed, sleep has remained one of the most enigmatic aspects of life. Every night, we enter a state where consciousness fades, voluntary movement ceases, and our minds drift into unknown realms. From a purely biological perspective, sleep is essential for survival. It regulates brain function, supports memory consolidation, and plays a vital role in the body's ability to heal and rejuvenate. And yet, despite decades of scientific research, sleep continues to raise fundamental questions. Questions that challenge not only biology, but also philosophy, psychology, and even physics. Is sleep merely a restorative process designed to sustain life? Or could it serve a far greater, more complex purpose? One that transcends biology and touches on the very nature of human existence? The biological explanation. A maintenance system for life. At its most basic level, sleep is considered a biological necessity. Throughout the sleep cycle, the brain undergoes a series of complex processes. During slow-wave sleep, SWS, brain activity decreases, allowing for physical repair and the removal of metabolic waste. Later, in rapid eye movement sleep, neural activity intensifies, facilitating emotional processing, memory consolidation, and cognitive restoration. Without sleep, cognitive function deteriorates, emotional regulation becomes unstable, and the body's ability to fight disease weakens. From this perspective, sleep is often described as nothing more than an essential maintenance function, a system designed to keep the brain and body in optimal working condition. But if sleep is simply about physical and mental recovery, why do humans experience dreams? Why do certain dream states feel more real than waking life? And why do some cultures and belief systems consider sleep to be a spiritual experience rather than just a biological necessity? Is sleep a gateway to something beyond? Every night as we fall asleep, our awareness fades, and yet we experience dreams, some vivid, some abstract, and some inexplicably meaningful. Could it be that, in sleep, consciousness is not simply shut down, but instead redirected? Several theories suggest that sleep may act as a bridge connecting the mind to hidden layers of reality, alternate dimensions, or even states of consciousness that we cannot access while awake. Some researchers propose that dreams may allow us to process not just memory, but subconscious information that exists beyond our normal perception. Throughout history, many have claimed to receive profound insights, premonitions, or even visions while dreaming. Artists, inventors, and scientists such as Dmitri Mendeleev, who discovered the periodic table, and Elias Howe, who perfected the sewing machine, reported that key insights came to them in dreams. But if sleep allows the mind to access ideas that were previously unavailable, where does that knowledge come from? Is it merely a product of the subconscious mind, or something beyond the individual self? Sleep and the mystery of consciousness. And so we arrive at an even deeper question, one that has perplexed scientists and philosophers for centuries. Does sleep hold the key to understanding consciousness itself? Consciousness is often thought to be the result of neural activity, a byproduct of electrical impulses firing in the brain. Yet every night, consciousness disappears. It fades into unconsciousness, into dreams, and then it returns. What does this tell us about the nature of self-awareness? If sleep can erase conscious experience temporarily, only for it to return intact upon waking, then what precisely is consciousness? Is it simply a function of the brain, or could it exist independently of the body? This question has led some scientists to explore whether consciousness is a fundamental property of the universe itself, a force that is not bound by physical structures, but merely channeled through them. Could it be that, when we sleep, our minds are momentarily freed from physical limitations, briefly connecting with something beyond the material world? Or does sleep simply prove that consciousness is nothing more than a fragile illusion, easily switched on and off? The final thought: what is sleep, really? In the end, sleep remains a profound mystery, one that spans the realms of biology, psychology, and philosophy. Is it merely a function of the body, a necessary state for survival? Or is it something more, a gateway to higher awareness, altered realities, or even deeper truths about existence? Perhaps sleep is not just a passive state, but an active process, one that holds the key to unlocking the most fundamental question of all. What does it truly mean to be conscious? Now we turn the question to you. What do you think? Are dreams nothing more than random neural activity, a mere trick of the brain? Or could they be something more, a glimpse into the unknown, a doorway to hidden realms of consciousness? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. We'd love to hear your perspective. And if you enjoyed this journey into the mysteries of sleep and consciousness, don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more deep explorations into the unknown. Want to continue uncovering the secrets of the mind? Click here to watch our next video, where we dive even further into the mysteries of reality. Until next time, sleep well and dream deeply.